Hello, my name is Digit, and I've been uploading for about 10 years, more or less consistently onto YouTube and other platforms. And I still haven't blown up. So let's talk about it, and maybe I can give you some tips. Here is everything I have learned for you! You like that? You like that little energy? Now, obviously, a lot of this is going to be like just like my personal journey about like how things kind of go, but at the same time, this is still tips that you can take and kind of rework because you got to realize this is all the way back from September 4th, 2014. Okay, at least an official. Unofficial is even before that. I've been doing this for even longer, technically, right? But I don't really count that because you can't see it documented. But again, I'm going to give you my tips. The highest viewed video I've ever had is about 364K, I believe. It might even be higher now. And I've uploaded literally thousands of videos, and I've streamed over thousands of hours as well. If the number's correct, it's been 946 days now that since I started. So we're just going to start really simple. If you're wanting to just jump into content creation, if you're wondering, just start. Just start. Okay? It's like working out. I think a lot of these things are like working out. However, I will say content creation is just harder because unlike those things, this costs a little bit more from other people instead of just you. Okay? There's a reason why the algorithm is the way it is, and we'll get into that. But if you're wondering, just go. It's like a weight. Just pick up the weight, start, okay? Even if you want to just stop this video and just start, hey, upload that video, go ahead. I know it can be intimidating, but sometimes it's more important to actually upload something that's trashy and actually get the ball rolling instead of not upload it at all. The perfect example of this is, I mean, look at my channel, dude. My channel, my first video is so cringe-inducing, I can't even watch it. But at the same time, I find that it's a genuine mark of my character, and that's why I never took it down. That's why it's still up there, despite the fact that, literally, if you look in the description, I didn't even spell please right, bro. It's just P-L-E-S-E, bro. Please subscribe. However, that is my first advice, okay? You might do better, obviously working off of, hey, make a good video, get some quality, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure other people can tell you about that crap. If you're looking to learn, actually learn. Realize that just like you can watch a bunch of YouTube videos on working out and stuff, right? Or business. There's a lot when it comes to YouTube. There's a lot to learn, okay? And a lot of it, I would argue, is a way of kind of advertisement. However, just keep that in mind, okay? There's a lot to learn. I would say if you're looking at anything, it'd be looking to a good title, looking to how to at least use some kind of thing for Photoshop, okay? Or at least something to get like some good thumbnails. Like, you don't even need to have a crazy thumbnail. Like, sometimes, as long as it's a genuine video. What I mean by this, look at Moist Critical. He's a great example. I would even say PewDiePie. Those are probably the best examples of like just genuine articles, in my opinion. Okay. They'll just upload sometimes a clip of what they're going to talk about. Moist especially. He'll just upload what he's going to talk about. And everyone gets it. Nobody is like, oh yeah, it needs to be like so much higher quality. So be real. Don't bullshit your audience, is what I'm saying. However, if you're somewhere like me, okay, and maybe you're not, but if you want to listen, go ahead. And you've ever posted maybe like 500 plus times and you still feel invisible, same. Not exactly, but let's get into that a little bit. Let's unpack it. So when it comes to content creation nowadays, you got multiple different platforms and whatnot, and a lot of these platforms nowadays are not how old YouTube used to be, okay? Old YouTube is not even the word YouTube. That's why I like doing what I'm doing, because I'm trying to like basically bring back the old 2014, 2016 vibe of streaming and content creation, right? I want to make it about the individual and then pushing it out. Nowadays, it's not how it works at all. You got to realize that the best way for you to succeed, and this sounds really mean, but it's true. If you want to succeed at being a content creator, and I can almost guarantee this, you need to put yourself in a box. The best way to start, if you want to succeed, if you're going to take almost anything from this, and it sounds, again, depressing, but just put yourself in a box. Decide one thing. Just hammer down on it. And you could argue this again with life, okay? Sometimes it's not good to just go like, I'm going to do this, and a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, okay? Sometimes it's best to just take one thing and just start hammering again and again and again and again, right? That's how I would take that. But there's also two other things. Now, when it comes to quality versus quantity, this is where the long, like, kind of yap goes on here, okay? Quality versus quantity has always been a long debated thing, and I can tell you, I have uploaded a lot of things that you've done terrible. I've spent literally weeks on one thing, and it's done terrible. There are two truths that I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, and this is this is what's done me wonders, okay? This is what's worked for me. One, just keep putting in the reps, keep going, okay? It's much better for you to just push something out sometimes than not. There's a great analogy or a great story about an art teacher that there's two types of students, right? There is one that, hey, you can do one assignment throughout the year, right? Do one, but I'm going to grade it really harsh. So you better make it the perfect art project, right? You get all year to do it. And then the other class was, okay, you're going to make one small thing every day. And then at the end, you're going to be great off that, right? What happened was the people that were working on that one really big thing, it didn't turn out to be, I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't insane, right? When we looked at the other group, though, because you're constantly every single day working on another shit project, another shit project, another shit project, another shit project. What happened was these projects from a baseline at the end of the day, even though they only had, again, another day just to work on that last project, because they were so accustomed to it, it was second nature to make it as good as they could possibly make it, okay? And that's my advice to you. Just keep going. You'll get a flow. You'll get a feel for it. And once you get used to it and your audience gets a feel for what you're doing, that's going to be great. And that's also another reason why I want to say, like, maybe take that advice from me, just because, like, my problem is the exact opposite. I can't stick to one thing. I'm too stubborn in the fact that I want to make this, like, variety of thing work out. But if you want things to work out for you, that's my genuine advice for you. And the next thing, and I think it's going to be one of the biggest things, is make sure that you are making content that seems human. Sure, there's a lot of AI content, and sure, people will just be, like, subscribing to the brand rot now. And I'm not gonna lie, I can't help that, man. I mean, like, let's be real. There's a lot of idiots out there. There's a lot of idiots. There's a lot of people that just... there was the most popular TikTok video. It's a bowl of strawberries or something, right? I thought that's where it was. Just spinning around and around or some shit. And maybe that'll work, but I'm not gonna lie. There is always going to be luck involved with things. But if you solely rely on luck, if you're like, oh, it's luck, you will never achieve hardly anything in life. You need to realize, sure, there's some luck involved in things, right? Some things, yeah, there's a lot. But you need to find out where can you put your effort in. Because if you don't even step up to the plate, if you don't think, okay, how am I going to do this? Then, like, you don't have the right mindset for this, man. And I'm imploring you, have some faith in yourself. Actually, grit your teeth a little bit and be like, okay, I got this. I'm actually going to, like, make something I'm proud of here. If you're not real, and here's the biggest thing. If you're not willing to watch your own content and be like, yeah, I would watch this, nobody else is going to want to watch it, bro. Like, why would you have someone sit through something that you yourself would not give a shit about? So make it real, make it genuine, and actually upload it. Consistency is not king if you're not, putting out something you care about. If you do care about it, even if it's trash, upload it. But consistency doesn't matter if you don't give it shit. The algorithm doesn't hate you, but it also doesn't even know you. It doesn't care about you. And I argue sometimes it not even caring about you is even worse. So it can be harsh. But no, in a messed up way, you are a product. So put yourself on a pedestal. Most advice is just going to be recycled garbage. Even this video is going to be a lot of recycled shit. But, like, I'm trying my best to just give you what I've learned throughout the years. So take it as you will. A lot of your friends will not support you until strangers do. If you have a friend that will actually support you, talk to them, be honest, open up. Do not be a coward, be brave about that shit. I am so blessed I told some of my friends about this dream. They support me to this day. I would not have even made this far if it wasn't for them. So keep your friends close. Fuck that keep your enemies closer bullshit. Keep your friends close. Granted, though, I don't know, I'm a man of God, so I don't have any enemies. And again, fail forward. You will have to fail publicly sometimes, and that just sucks. But if you don't even try, you are guaranteed to fail. So if you don't want to be guaranteed to fail, try. Give it a shot. Actually put some faith in yourself. Slap yourself on the back and be like, let's do this. Because if this is something you're thinking about, why miss out? Why miss out on the chance to actually do something that you love? But let's be real. If you're already here, you're ahead of 99% of people probably. You're already thinking this in your mind. It's actually taking a while. Or you're just wondering, what it's like, obviously, from my perspective, what it's taken throughout those years. For me, it's been a struggle. It's been hell. But what I will tell you is that this has been my dream ever since I was young. And I've always wanted to do this. And it sucked. And I'm still, you could say, a failure. At the same time, I've met so many people. I have made money from doing this. Not a lot, but I have. And the journeys I've gone through have been something that I'll never forget. So I implore you, try your best. And if you want to see a part 2, let me know. So smile, keep it up. And let's try for a future sub right. So much for eyes. My name's Will. See you guys in the next one.